Welcome to D&D Misscliks Seaborn, everybody. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
I am good.
I just came off a really emotional episode of Dice Camera Action. I'm like almost dizzy with emotion.
Oh no.
It was
Positive
intense.
emotion, sad emotion.
I turned into a werewolf, so that happened.
Wow.
My party. But they helped me not kill them. And now I have like super scent and hearing, which is great. But my paladin is really conflicted because that's an evil being that takes over herself, but that she's using to her advantage. It's very complicated.
Cool. Well, what have you guys been up to this last 2 weeks?
I just had my best friend here, which was really awesome. It was my first friend to come visit from California. So got to do a lot of hikes and stuff over the weekend, which was really, really lovely to get to relax a bit.
I was really jealous of your
I saw some of those pictures. Oh my god.
It was absolutely incredible. Beacon Rock is just amazing. Like, the views were incredible. The falls was really nice too, but it was just super overly crowded and, you know, a touristy thing. So the Beacon Rock was fun. Went to the Japanese gardens today, and just super, super busy. So actually looking forward to relaxing, but I'm going to LA tomorrow to film in a friend's small movie. So that'll be fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Neat.
So that's me.
A movie starlet, wow.
Not quite, but almost.
What about you, Trump? I think you've had a busy week.
Yeah, I was so busy I forgot to show up to last week. Oops. My bad. I moved to Austin, Texas, and now I'm settled in.
How are you finding Austin?
It's good. It's just like the Silicon Valley.
Now,
Pretty
why'd
much.
you leave the Bay Area?
What was that?
Why did you leave us here in the Bay Area?
Thank you. It's nice here.
All right.
I like Austin.
I've heard it's very weird out there, in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird out in Portland, but it's still really cool.
Exactly.
What about you, Jen? What's been going on?
I'm gonna go the Vie par la foi route and say that I actually went hiking last weekend.
Oh.
And it's
Nice.
very unlike me because I am very sedentary as a person. I don't know if you say that in English.
We
but
do.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's me. So it's very interesting to see people who technically should be not as, I guess, fit and healthy as me do way better than me. I was like, after 10 minutes, like, I'm dying. Why am I even doing this? It's like, oh, look at the beautiful view. I'm like, yeah, I'll just try to survive here for a minute. And like, I have no body awareness, like spatial awareness, nor body awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as soon as I stop concentrating, or like walking and not falling because of like, I don't know, like a piece of tree or a rock on the ground, then I'm not just like, oh shit, almost falling all the time. Like, I can't enjoy myself. Like, even talking is like getting me into a slippery slope, literally.
Wow.
I could get into a slippery slope. So yeah, I feel way safer playing D&D.
Well, it's good that you survived your hike intact. I don't know what we'd do without you. Anna, what about you?
I was in Columbus, Ohio to do the Pokemon National Championship. It was really fun.
That's so cool. I saw your pictures. That's true.
Yeah.
Were you a big Pokemon fan growing up?
Yeah, I think like I don't have the depth of knowledge about the games that a lot of people do, but of course I was a fan. And so it was really fun because they hired me specifically to come in and do interviews like aimed at new players and beginners. I got to just ask all these really amazing strategic players why they did what they did, and they were like uncharacteristically talkative for competitive video game players. It was like really fun to interview them, and the community kind of took me under their wing, and it was really, really cool. And then I got to come home on Sunday, didn't know that I had Monday off, found out when I landed, got to sleep in, and I've slept almost the rest of the time until now.
Wow.
So I'm feeling really good and recharged.
Wow. All right. Well,
What
then-
about you, Neil?
Oh, same old, same old. Streaming D&D all day, every day. No difference there.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess we Hearthstone players, we're not that talkative. I'm just like, yeah, we made a play.
Yeah. I know, like, StarCraft was the same. They'd be like, oh, yes, I practiced very hard. I hope I will make a good game. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. All
And
right.
then when they win, it's like, I got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Maybe it has something to do with how social Pokemon is, because usually you have, like, especially with the trading card game, you have to play face-to-face with someone. Whereas with StarCraft, especially, or Hearthstone, you have a screen between you and another person, so you're not required to interact as much.
And maybe just like the size of the Pokemon audience is so massive that people are more used to talking about it with each other.
Yeah, that could be too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened last game, which was not last week, not the week before, but the week before? If anyone can remember.
Whoa, I have numbers now. That's awesome.
You do have numbers. You have stats.
Man, my numbers suck.
Yeah, thanks to Ishtara for our new overlays that have our stats on them.
You've got like 2 15s, man.
Yeah, but in this system, it seems like 15s get the bare minimum, and like 18s are 3 times as good as 15, and 14 is like completely worthless.
Depends on the stat, but yeah, definitely. They are exponentially
Well,
changing.
I just really like my
best
hit points number.
spells, and you're the more fearful character. Fearsome.
Hmm.
Fear-inducing.
That's right. I get some. I basically get plus $5 stats bonus for being a skeleton, so it's all good.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want, I'll trade you an 18 for all your spells.
So, who wants to recap? Or maybe we should just bop it around popcorn style. Does anyone remember?
Wait.
We sold a ship.
Yes, you did sell a ship. Who did you sell it to?
Andrew.
Andrew it is.
He was quite taken with us, I might say.
He was, and he wants us to come back and visit sometime.
Well, yes, you guys were very enticing for the
Yeah, you
salesman.
two showed me how negotiations are done. I'll have to make sure to do that to my sponsors in the future.
That consulting's free. You take that. Yeah.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
What happened after you sold the ship?
Well,
Something on the open waters?
we fought with
Yes.
With sea wolves.
Sea wolves, yes.
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 Nasty, nasty sea wolves.
Yeah, it's a good thing they were nasty because I raised some skeletons.
Yeah.
Skeletons tussled with them. Raised a really terrible sea wolf, but that's okay because we kept the other 2 or 3 sea wolf corpses. I'm thinking 3 we had?
I think we said 3 sea wolf corpses, yes?
Great. That's a good way to start off the day, I think that's basically the recap. So I start off the new day by casting Raise Dead.
Okay, raise your 3 sea wolf skeletons, 2 sea wolf skeletons.
Right.
Zombies, right, because they are at 3 hit dice each. And why don't we roll to see how many HP your 2 sea wolf zombies have?
Great.
3d8.
3d8.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a good zombie right there. That's some good zombieing.
Oh, yeah. All right, so you've got 2 zombie sea wolves. And to recap what the sea wolf looks like, they look like...
They're so cute.
Oh. They're not
Yes.
cute, they're monsters.
They're super adorable.
Oh my god. They've got claws on their
At this
flippers.
point, they are probably smelling extremely poorly, so I apologize for the smell, but I'm sure you can handle it.
Yes.
It's okay. We find them very cute.
Okay. So, the party is on their ship, And you guys are right near Theroden's Rock up here on the map if you take a look at it. You are on your way to Pine Spur.
Our plan was to circle around the north side to see if we could find the island.
So do you mean go over the north side like this?
Yes. To where the last crew disappeared.
Okay. So let's roll for some random encounters. You guys are nice and close to land. You can hear the seagulls barking in the distance as you guys make your way. Chirping? Seagulls don't chirp. They kind of bark. It's abrasive.
Calling.
Something like that.
I don't know.
It takes you the better part of the day to get around the island. Maybe an actually day and a half to get all the way around until where you see Ember Shore, Mount Vesuvius, and Mount Gull on the horizon.
We see it?
Yes, you do. It is parked right there.
Ha!
Are you a bird?
As I said, Captain, here is the island. I have correctly navigated us to desired location.
Ah, excellent. Well, I had a vision while traveling. Yet another one.
Would you say you had a dream?
Yes, although I do not dream. More of a vision, if you will. So, if you will recall, I've been having dreams of this, I presume Barthas character with this ring on his finger going and attempting to control the dragon in a dark ritual of some sort. However, my last vision features a twist. Once he stretches out his hand at the dragon begins to writhe in pain, but the chamber collapses. And then they make contact, and it seems like they both collapse after having synced up.
Wait.
What?
By synced up.
Like as if they have become one in breathing and in blinking and in heartbeat.
So you mean to say that Brimstone the Fire Incarnate and this Barthas have become one entity?
Well, that is what I thought, but then the twist occurred. Then this Brimstone raised his claw and smashed the man.
In which
And
case,
then the entire cavern collapsed. So there are two possibilities at work here. The first is our quest is already complete, for the foolish Barthas attempted to control a dragon and failed. The second possibility is now he is a dragon, and that would not be good for us.
Would you say your vision is necessarily of the present or could be of the future?
It could certainly be what is to come.
So we could stop this moment from happening.
And that is why we are here. Very astute, Dark Albert.
Thank you.
we're still heading towards shore of that island, right?
Yes, until you say otherwise.
I'm just like very much excited and like leaning against the bow, and then I like go tell Ryan that he should be really excited because he gets to meet Bird, and I tell him a little bit about Bird, and then I go back to the bow.
And then I tell Ryan after she's gone, yeah, it's probably a dead pet.
I don't hear that.
Okay. By the end of that day, you are approaching your old town.
What does it look like on the shore?
It looks much as you left it. The dock has been destroyed again. It's not there.
Oh,
Dang it.
my efforts.
But you notice that the church has been somewhat rebuilt, not fully. There's some scaffolding going on around it, and draping down from the kind of building scaffolding of the church are these banners that have a red dragon's head over like a gray background.
Uh-oh.
Does it look like brimstone?
It's It's not a very good likeness, but you can't imagine what other red dragon it could be referring to.
Man.
What if we just act like we want to rejoin Brimstone ranks?
Yes, how did we plan to vanquish Brimstone?
I do not believe our power is sufficient to defeat a dragon. However, from what you told me, he is trapped within a cavern.
Until that cavern collapses.
So what we will need to do is make sure this wizard does not interfere with his eternal prison.
Yes, we must kill Barthas. That will solve all of our problems. And also find Bird.
Now, more troublesome is this village is where you all originated from, yes, except Trellis.
Well, originated is a matter of some contention.
Now, where in the world, why in the world would such a village have aligned themselves with an evil dragon?
Because they had no other choice.
Why would they have no choice?
Because he is a powerful dragon, and he threatened them.
He could flood the whole island with his...
He threatened us. He made us serve him for a long time.
Are you fools? He is trapped beneath a mountain.
We did not know he was trapped.
Did you ever visit him?
We thought he was lazy.
He gave us additional experience when we accomplished quests.
We thought he was nearly above moving, and then we found out that he could not.
Well, hopefully now that you are serving Tempos, you will have a wiser outlook on the world.
Indeed. Have you had any experience with dealing with dragons?
Yes, they are known as a force of power that is not to be trifled with. From my experience, we should not attempt to engage against a dragon.
We still had our old plan, and we still have the ingredients if needed with the wyvern poison.
Wyvern poison. Do I have any knowledge that might say whether or not wyvern poison might be able to work against a dragon?
I think you know that wyvern poison is extremely toxic and very, very dangerous to people.
Could be good for Barthas. I mean, if we could present him... We could just carry this cup, basically, and I could cast a thirst spell on it, on him. Probably just drink it because you wouldn't know it's toxic and die immediately.
Yes, I remember the amusing image you shared of this Bruno drinking his fill of wine.
I mean, we could also not present him with anything toxic and straight up just make him drink a lot of wine. We all know that how that turns out.
It worked against the wizard Bruno. It should work against the wizard Barthas as well.
As long as there is no water option, which is a much less entertaining outcome.
Well, I believe the first thing we should do is to scout the dragon cavern, or unless you would prefer to visit this town first. You're in good standing with them, yes, so perhaps you could introduce me.
Should be alright.
Okay. Well, the town is fast approaching. Your ship is quite small, and it can actually be pushed all the way up onto the sand and then transformed into a box or whatnot, so you don't even need the harbor to properly make landfall.
Cool. I make sure that the zombos and the skeletos are in the hold.
Okay, they are where they belong, and soon enough, you guys make it down to the shore. You push yourself up onto the docks, or up onto the sand, and here you are. People come out from all around to see what is going on, and as soon as they see Maribel step out, or come into view really, they let up a bit of a cheer, having not seen their favorite Minotaur in a long time.
I smile and nod at them quietly, like proud, and kind of I look and see if Ryan notices.
He does. He's standing next to Dark Albert.
I also see
lovely!
Dark Albert notices.
They're cheering for our return. Lovely, lovely villagers. Peasants, really.
I look around for Donalda Trumpet. Is she here?
She is. She is dressed in some new clothes and is currently over by all the scaffolding, shouting at people, probably giving them directions of some kind.
Did she build a wall around town?
I walk up to one of the. Do I recognize any of the people in particular?
Yeah, absolutely.
I walk up to one that I recognize and I like clasp their shoulder and say, "We have returned after much journeying and attempt to return to you. How have things been here on the island?"
It was horrific. There was this sparkling light, and before we knew it, we were gone. We were away from the shallow sea entirely. And here in this new land, we were worried. We thought this was the end of days. We thought you had abandoned us until he came. Until he came and talked to us and told us of your doings and your assistance in bringing him here into this place. And thank you so much. Thank you, Maribel.
He being Barthas the wizard, I assume?
Yes, Barthas the Great. Barthas the Great, Barthas the Wonderful. He has bonded us with Brimstone, Fire Incarnate, for all eternity, and brought us the wealth and prosperity we need.
We must be taken to this Barthas at once.
Oh, I believe he is still in Pinespur, but worry not. In about a week's time, there's going to be a great and fabulous ceremony over by the entrance to Brimstone the Incarnate's lair.
And what will this ceremony entail?
I don't know. It's supposed to be a secret. Some sort of secret ceremony for Brimstone. Barthas is going to lead it himself. They're building this whole seating arrangement, and they're making flags, and it's going to be a large feast and a fantastic ceremony.
Speaking of feasting and being bonded to Brimstone, has the dragon been hungry of late? Do you know what he's been eating?
Barthas had the great idea of taking all the unsuitable people out of town and feeding them to the dragon. Those that protested against the way we wanted to do things, those that sowed dissent amongst our ranks.
That sounds like something Donalda Trumpet would want to do.
She backed him 100% with it. I think it was a good move on her part. Things haven't been this good in a long time.
I see.
Well, I'm glad our plan worked out, really. I'm sorry it took us so long to find where the city was moved, though. We just found it.
Barthas said that he said you gave your lives to bring us here. We're very surprised to see you.
Well, Barthas is a great helper, but maybe not advised of all of the things we know about the ways of the world. And certainly we went to find even more help for you. And now we have returned, and we shall help in making decisions from now on.
Yeah, these are new people you have brought with you.
Indeed, this is Temriel, the servant of Tempos, our great captain and seafaring spellcaster.
Good day, sir.
Hello.
He is a cleric. He's able to heal wounds. It's very, very useful to a town, really.
And this is the wise and dreadful pirate Captain Trellis, who knows everything of the sea and is clever as the waves.
Hello.
Why, hello there. Well, won't you join us? There should be a ceremony in a week's time, and before then, we've got some food.
First and foremost, I require you to take me to Bird, my peacock.
Oh, the peacock. She's
Yes.
been nesting up in the church bells. She hasn't come down since we moved.
Quite well. I will go see her.
Yes.
You mentioned that the ceremony was secret. Why is the entire town in on it then?
Maybe I misspoke. The ceremony is not a secret. That the ceremony is taking place is not a secret, but what the ceremony will be for is a secret. What is actually happening at the ceremony is a secret.
Do you know if you will be witnessing what will be happening?
I surely hope so. As I said, they're building a stage out there, or bleachers, stands for people to sit in and watch.
Was anything specific asked by Barthas to be collected for the ceremony? Any special pieces, materials, things that you might still need help with collecting?
No. He just wanted us to build an appropriate audience chamber so as many people as possible could come and witness this great thing that is about to happen. He called it the greatest transformation anyone has ever seen, whatever that means.
Are the places to sit within the cave?
No. Out on the hillside nearby.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys been having any direct interaction with Brimstone?
I haven't seen him myself, of course. He's maybe a little bit more frightening than I'm willing to look at in the face, but seemingly by Barthas's command, Brimstone has belched out huge gouts of flame to show his what was the word he used? His connection with us. A show of power back and forth.
Sounds good. Glad to see everything's going well for you guys.
At Barthas's command, you say? You say he is in command of Brimstone, the Fire Incarnate.
I'm not actually very clear on that point. I thought we were serving Brimstone, but Barthas seems to be able to give orders sometimes. The details are kind of fuzzy. I'm just, I'm just a regular guy. I don't really know for sure. But Barthas seems to know everything. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that you guys are alive. He would most definitely want to see you. He's been singing your praises ever since you died.
Right, he would want to be associated with us, of course.
When was the last time you saw Barthas?
I think he was down by the entrance a few nights ago. He hasn't been in town, not here, in some time.
Very well. It would help me help you if you would accept me to cast a knowledge spell on what is going on here, on you.
He looks cautiously to Dark Albert and Maribel.
Yeah, it's a standard practice amongst clerics entering new areas, and this guy is kind of old school after all. It's really no harm.
Okay.
What do I do? Oh, you just stand there. It won't feel like a thing. And accept Tempos into your heart. I cast no customs.
I'll make room for him right next to Brimstone.
No customs.
All right. You know the customs of this land now.
Okay.
You make it so epic, Neil. Like, does he know that I was kind of not that liked in the village?
Not quite. This is just the general customs and the way they do things here. Maybe not the specific information on individual people, but
I'd like to know how. So basically, everything you said is right. How soon did they convert to dragon worship?
Pretty recently. Seems like a very new set of customs and trades.
Are there any strange laws? Who did did all the villagers in general just accept feeding how much of the population to Brimstone?
I don't think that's some information you can pick up, but what you can pick up is that it is customary for those who go against the social order to be fed to the dragon. Those that are not happy with things, or those that protest.
Okay. Thank you for your cooperation.
Joyous day, brimstone be praised.
Brimstone be praised.
Brimstone be praised, I say in monotone.
He returns to work with the other people from town.
Unfortunately, this entire city must be eradicated. This town.
I mean, we have a few options here. We can probably regroup in the boat and evaluate our options. Let's brainstorm some ideas. Let your creativity juices flow, my friends.
Well, there is but one person we must stop, and that is Barthas.
Well, I can see many ways of this happening. Maybe he suddenly feel a desire to drink a lot of wine. Maybe I can wizard lock the entry point to the mine so he cannot pass through without casting a spell. Maybe we can create a phantasmal force to making think something is happening that isn't. Maybe we can straight up go talk to the Red Dragon and see if there's any way we could warn him of what may be happening to him with Barthas.
That is true too. If the dragon is made aware of Barthas's intentions, the dragon could ambush him.
We could just kill Barthas, most likely.
Hmm.
And then he's still stuck in the cave, which is quite fine with us.
Hmm.
That's the natural order of nature, kind of.
Well, we certainly should we should scope the cave.
Okay, it is late afternoon, early evening. You guys can go there tonight and get there in the dark, or you can wait till tomorrow.
I think we should go while people are sleeping.
Yes.
Before
You have ample amounts of detect magic, hopefully, as our opponent is a wizard. Who knows what sorts of magical traps he may have laid.
That's true. And I do.
Okay. So
I go find Bird.
you are at the base of the church that is being rebuilt, and you hear "Bark, bark," from above, and then this brilliant, like, what is that called? Oh my god. What's the sheen on the feathers of peacocks? You see Bird. Yes. You see Bird kind of floating down, gliding towards you. His green feathers up back there.
God damn it.
Shining light
I
down upon
open
you.
my arms and
Bird.
embrace Bird.
Tries to land in your arms, and slightly misses and hits you in the face with his body.
It's okay. I just nuzzle
Oh.
and I snuggle Bird, and then I whisper confidences and tell Bird all about our trip and pet Bird lovingly.
While you're doing this, Mayor
did
Donalda
bring-
Trumpet walks on over.
I want to say before that I do daydream of casting improved phantasmal force and making Maribel think that Bird is dead.
Good thing you don't do that.
I'm keeping my spells for more useful things than torturing your mind.
Good.
But
Donalda
Bird
comes
is
in
pleased.
and like interrupts my moment with Bird.
Yes. She
I
clears her
turn
voice
and I
and
go,
goes, Maribel,
"You.
it's good to see you again.
It is not good to see you."
I had hoped this animosity would be over after your rebirth. I was told you were dead.
Unfortunately for you, I am not, and I do not forget the atrocities you committed against me and my people. Have you been changed? Have you been reborn?
Well, I can see that nothing has changed here. Do you accept Brimstone the Fire Incarnate into your heart? She says loudly for everyone around to hear.
Maribel is like fiddling with the handle of her sword. Just like really just like, she really wants to just kill Donalda Trumpet because she only wasn't killing her because Bruno had promised her a gold a day not to do that, and now Bruno's gone. How many people are around?
40 or 50.
And they would all see it?
Yeah. But you doubt any one of them could or would do anything about it.
I kind of sense Maribel's thinking. Since I've been with her a bit, I can tell this look. I kind of just interrupt. A pleasure to meet you. Praise be the dragon.
What? No, it is not a pleasure to meet her. You do not know this woman, Temriel. She has been a scourge upon our people.
Well, a friend of Barthas is a friend of mine.
How do you know she is a friend of Barthas? You are very confusing.
We just talked to a villager. Are you not a friend of Barthas?
Oh, yes. Quite indeed.
Where has he been staying exactly? Does he have a place in this village?
No. He lives in Pinespur. Since the Count has passed away, he's been taking up in the Count's residence. Although before that, he was the Arch Wizard to the late Count, whatever his name was.
Well, now that we're back, it seems that then we should go ahead and take over the duties of overseeing this town. So thank you, Donalda, for handling that while we were gone, but we will take it from here.
Oh, that's quite all right, Maribel. We all thought you were dead, and your roles have been filled. I think you'll find that we are quite capable of taking care of ourselves now.
Ah, yes, thank you, Mayor Donalda Trumpet, for giving the rightful leadership back where it belongs.
I said doesn't...
I start just like walking in front of her and talking to the people and saying, we are a mighty island. Are we not? One for all for one, and we shall prevail. We have returned from the dead simply to come and serve you, and serve you we will. Will you follow us?
Yes! Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. And I just start shaking hands, pressing flesh, saying encouraging things, going around to all the people.
They seem quite pleased with this. Donalda Trumpet's cries of countering that are lost behind the crowd's cheering and your bellowing voice.
And a bird rides on my shoulder.
When you look around, Donalda Trumpet is gone. You're not sure where she is, but she's vanished.
Good. I'm pleased with this. Once I've pressed the flesh a little bit, I go find a shady tree to sit under, and I eat some grass and share some with Bird.
All right. You two bond for a while. The rest of the party, well, specifically Trellis. You're new here. You've never been to this land before. You don't know who the hell these people are or what this weird shit that's going on. What are you doing, and what are you thinking during all of this?
I'm just kind of taking in everything. I tend to, in new situations, kind of look around and just observe so I can get kind of a sense of what everything is, and also just kind of plan ahead. So in case something comes up, I'm prepared for it. So I'm just kind of wandering around, looking, listening with my ears very much. So I also go ahead and go over and walk over to Maribel, and I walk over to Maribel and Maribel, who's this bird and where did it come from?
This bird is Bird. It has been my pet and friend and confidant.
Do you not travel with it?
I do. However, when our island was taken from us, we were unfortunately separated.
Is it a he or a she?
It is a bird.
It doesn't have a gender?
I do not know.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually remember.
I believe Bird is a male peacock with all the colors.
I think so, yeah, because he has the plumage. But Maribel doesn't really care.
So would you consider this your best friend of the world?
I look at Bird. No, I do not think so.
Is it me by any chance?
Is it me? Shouts Ryan from kind of the back of the crowd.
I must consider this. I have never had a best friend.
Well, I'm glad your bird was unharmed when we came back.
Yeah,
I
me
am as
too.
well. Thank you,
Really
Trellis.
glad your bird wasn't harmed.
Perhaps you are my best friend, Trellis.
Perhaps.
Interesting
I would consider
turn of
that.
events.
I would consider this as you are a very, very worthy phone battle. And I nod to you.
You are as well, my foe and friend. Friend who is not a foe, but a worthy foe.
How do you
I
feel
look
about
around.
this, Captain?
We're away from the general villagers, right?
Yeah, you guys have made your way back down to the ship right now.
I have some bad news. We probably must eradicate this village.
Why?
Eradicate?
They serve the dragon, which means they serve Barthas by proxy, because Barthas is the one that has fooled all of these minds into serving the dragon.
It is of no matter. We will vanquish Barthas and the dragon, and the villagers will once again follow us.
If we do not slay them now, they will assist Barthas in his ritual.
No, we will not slay the villagers. We can slay that one, and I point where Donald the Trumpet went.
We probably should slay that one because that one will warn Barthas.
Indeed, and the others will follow us.
I don't
Hopefully.
think she has any point of contact with Barthas currently. I think nobody has.
We should kill that one, and then explain the whole thing to the rest of the villagers so that they may help us with our plot to vanquish Barthas.
I feel announcing our plan is a risky play. Barthas will come back, he'll look some things up. It's better to make it seem like everything is normal and okay.
Well, now that Donalda, as well as the villagers, know we are here, Barthas will already be suspicious, so we might as well raise this town.
We will not raise the town.
I think we
These are our
should go
people.
talk to the Red Dragon, to be honest.
We should also do that.
For what reason should we talk to Brimstone the Fire Incarnate, the betrayer of our souls?
So that we can tell Brimstone that when a wizard pops his head into his cavern to eat him
Or burn him.
or burn him.
For what reason would Brimstone the Fire Incarnate do what we say when we are in owing to him of many lives?
Because we will let him be in control of his own mind.
I am quite certain that dragons do not enjoy their bodies being taken over.
And where does that leave us? Again in service of this tyrant?
He's stuck in a cave. We know that. We're not stuck in a cave.
We just let lying dragons lie, as the old adage says.
Yes, the old adage.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I believe it was let sleeping dragons lay.
Right.
And lie to the town, lie.
So, where to?
We must scout the cave for any of Barthas's magical traps and disarm them far in advance.
All right.
Do I have any townspeople that I know more personally that I would trust to be loyal to us?
You have some that you know a little bit better than others. But you've been gone a long time and things have changed. I don't know if there's anyone here that you trust 100% to be on your side.
Not even someone from the book club?
I think the book club had 2 members and one of them is dead now.
I say, Captain Temriel, you used your magic to know the customs of this land.
Yes.
Do you have a sense of how much they respect us versus how much they respect Barthas and this plan?
No.
I don't think anyone needs any magical powers to understand that right now they are completely in awe over the whole Barthas brimstone thing.
Yes, that means that they are all our foes.
I have no intention of talking to Brimstone the Fire Incarnate, and I have every intention of taking down Barthas on our own, and then revealing his evil plot to the villagers.
What if the villagers think this plot is excellent? What if the villagers support this plot?
What if we fake a return of Barthas with an improved phantasmal force?
And what purpose would that serve?
Maybe we
It
could
would be
control the
amusing.
villagers with this. Maybe we can tell them to leave for a week through Barthas's voice, saying he needs alone time to prepare the magical ritual.
I have a more
Played by
efficient
1 week.
I have a more efficient way of making all the villagers leave.
No. I told you, we can kill that one. I think we need the villagers' help if we are going to defeat Barthas and the dragon.
What use are 60 untrained combatants?
At least
If they were undead, they could be of use.
That is true, they would be more useful dead.
Speaking of that, how long dead can you raise?
Indefinite.
There are certainly many dead on this island. Could we raise them all?
Well, 7 at a time.
So in a week we could have 49.
Well, 7 with a spell, which I can cast twice a day.
Well, even better. Almost 100 then.
Yes.
100 undead versus a wizard with us on that side sounds very formidable.
I
I was
think we
thinking,
need to trick the wizard.
since we have a wizard on our side, it may take but just one spell to render Barthas incapacitated.
Perhaps, but it never hurts to have an army of undead.
You know, the only thing we have on our side right now is the element of surprise, and I feel like we need to use that.
Yes, we should use this week to prepare, and I suggest scouting the cave immediately.
There is not a limit to how many undead you can control. You could cast this over and over again.
Army of undead, that's what I'm saying. It's a great plan.
That's really like killing them. They're still kind of there.
Maribel just refuses to go to the cave. She wants nothing to do with Brimstone.
Well, where are you guys gonna go?
Well, Maribel, I know that you enjoy sleeping, so have a good rest on the ship.
I take Bird to the ship and I curl up and go for a nap.
Okay. While Maribel is asleep, Albert, Trellis, Temriel, what do you do?
And I invite Ryan to come nap with me too.
You know, the two of you aren't known by Brimstone at all. Maybe you can use this angle to your advantage. I feel like a red dragon would want to listen to you since you're an undead.
That is true. I can warn him that I can parlay with him.
Maybe I can go scout ahead for you with detect magic, and then I'll let you do the talking since I have a backstory with this guy, which might not help.
Did Ryan come with me or not?
Ryan declined to nap with you and the bird.
No matter.
Yeah.
I can scout the cave for you.
Yeah. Would it be faster to sail the ship around to the cave?
Much faster.
Okay. Well, I'm afraid you can stay on the ship if you wish, Maribel. Set sail to the cave.
Okay. I think Maribel's asleep by the time you say that. And you guys make for the cave. But why don't we get to the cave on the other side of our break, and we'll see how this plan of yours plays out. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.